When you first learn about compounding, it feels like you've discovered a cheat code to wealth. This idea that your money can grow on its own, earning interest on top of interest, is powerful. And it's true. Compounding is one of the most important and reliable engines of long-term wealth. But let's get something out of the way right now. It doesn't feel powerful at first. In fact, it feels painfully slow. You start with $100, add another $50 a month, and after a year, you've barely moved the needle. That's where many people quit. They say, "This isn't working." But that's a mistake. Because the early days of compounding aren't about growing your money fast. They're about developing financial discipline and investing habits. Starting small is about consistency, patience, and learning how to handle money. It's where you build the muscles for the heavy lifting that comes later. These early steps are absolutely essential. Without them, you won't be able to manage the large sums that really accelerate your journey. Einstein called compounding the eighth wonder of the world, and for good reason. It's the process of earning returns on your returns, letting your money multiply on autopilot. And when you see the charts, the ones that curve sharply upward as time goes on, it gives you hope. The dream is that one day you'll wake up, check your investment portfolio, and realize it made more money in one night than you used to make in a year. That's not a fantasy. That's the final form of compounding. Your money is doing the hard work for you. While you sleep, your assets generate income. While you're on vacation, your dividends are reinvested. While you're working your 9 to 5, your capital is building a new life for you behind the scenes. That's what makes compounding so addictive. It's wealth without the constant grind. But here's the truth most people never talk about. Compounding doesn't become powerful until you've crossed a certain threshold. If you just invest $100 a month at 10% for 40 years, you'll have over $500,000. And yes, that's accurate, but it's also incomplete. What the dream of compounding doesn't always show is the sheer patience required. For the first 5 to 10 years, the growth is slow, painfully slow. You could be saving, investing, and doing all the right things and still feel broke, still feel like nothing is happening because early compounding feels like watching grass grow in winter, invisible progress. And while the dream is powerful and true, it needs to be paired with the understanding that compounding isn't front-loaded. It rewards time, yes, but even more, it rewards size. And that's where the cold, hard truth begins to set in. It's not enough to start small, you eventually need to build big. Yes, starting small is non-negotiable actually, it's essential. It builds discipline, knowledge, and confidence. But the cold, unfiltered reality is that compounding doesn't truly take off until you have a significant principal. The amount you start with matters a lot, and the size of your future gains. It's tied directly to the size of your contributions. The truth? 10% annual growth on $1,000 is $100. Respectable, but not life-changing. Now do the same 10% on $100,000 and you've got $10,000. Keep going. 10% on $1 million. That's $100,000 earned without lifting a finger. See the difference? The percentages are the same, but the impact is dramatically different. This is why some people feel like compounding isn't working for them, because they haven't built enough capital yet. They're doing all the right things, but the gains feel microscopic. That's not because compounding is broken. It's because it hasn't reached its acceleration phase yet. The small beginnings are important as they are the foundation of your investments, but at some point in your investment journey, you need to level up. At some point, your money must mature with your mindset. If you want to retire early, achieve financial freedom, or truly live off your investments, you'll need more than time and consistency. You'll need capital, a big enough snowball to actually roll down the hill and become an avalanche, because compounding isn't powerful unless the numbers are meaningful. The market doesn't care about your intentions or your work ethic. It rewards capital. It multiplies what you already have invested. And if what you have is small, your growth will be small at first. That's not to say it's impossible to grow from nothing, but you must understand, compounding is multiplicative. The difference between someone who has $1,000 invested and the one who has $100,000 or $1 million invested is scale. That's the power of a large principal. It doesn't just grow faster, it builds momentum, creates freedom, and most importantly, it makes your money work harder for you. The system of compounding does not discriminate, but it does reward size. Your money is like an employee. $1,000 gets you one part-time worker. $100,000 gets you a full team. And once you understand this, your goal shifts, not just to invest consistently, but to accelerate how much you invest, how often and how fast you can build your lump sum. Because yes, compounding works over time, but it explodes when it has a large base to work with. One of the most important things you'll ever learn about investing is this: compounding works in stages. It's not one smooth line upward. It has a beginning, a middle, and a breakout phase. It's a system that needs to warm up before it goes exponential. In the beginning stage, your returns feel meaningless and you are doing most of the work. It's all about input, discipline, saving, struggling, and repetition. This is the grind phase. It's the most discouraging stage, and most people quit here. The middle phase is where things begin to stir. Your investments start to make money, the returns start matching your contributions, but not enough to excite you yet. You'll question if this is worth it. But if you stay in the game and you've been increasing your contributions over time, you'll reach the breakout phase. The breakout phase is when your returns exceed your contributions. This is when you check your portfolio and realize you've made more from growth and dividends than from anything you've deposited that year. This is the tipping point. That's where you can live off the interest. But here's the truth. You don't reach stage 3 without a significant sum. It doesn't begin at $5,000. It begins when your investments are big enough to create income. It's fueled almost entirely by having a large enough principal to allow compounding to finally stretch its legs. To help break this down even further, I've created a full breakdown video on the stages of compounding available on my YouTube channel, a must-watch for anyone who wants to learn more on how compounding actually works. It explains each phase, what to expect, and how to stay committed when it feels like nothing is happening. Don't skip it, especially if you're in that painful beginning or middle compounding stages right now. Here's where a lot of people get confused. You see, stats like if you invest $250 a month for 40 years, you'll end up with $1.2 million. That sounds incredible, and mathematically, it's true, assuming a steady 7 to 10% return. While those numbers are technically true, they're emotionally misleading. Something that's rarely said is the pain of early stagnation. But let's zoom in on the timeline. For the first 10-15 years, your growth is slow and most of your money is from what you've personally deposited. It's only in the final decade that compounding snowballs. This is where numbers can be misleading. They show you the beautiful ending, but not the grueling middle. They make you believe you're on your way to riches when, really, you're trudging through financial quicksand, depositing month after month with barely any visible growth. This is where most people drop out. They don't realize that the power of compounding is backloaded. It's a slow burn that turns into a wildfire if you can hold on long enough and, more importantly, inject serious fuel into the fire. So, if we know a large principle is the key to explosive compounding, how do you actually build it? First, increase your income. Compounding starts with money, and money starts with cash flow. If your job doesn't pay enough to invest large sums, it's time to learn new skills, switch industries, pick up a side hustle, or build a business. No one compounds their way to wealth off $200 per month unless they have 50 years to wait. Second, cut lifestyle inflation. The money you save when your income rises, that's your fuel. Don't spend it, maximize your savings rate or invest it. Third, invest lump sums when you can, especially when you get the windfalls. Tax returns, bonuses, and side hustle profits, invest them because every dollar counts more when invested early. And fourth, learn how to manage risk and opportunity. Don't just invest blindly. Understand the assets you're in. Know the difference between growth and income investing. Use index funds to build a base, then consider real estate, dividend stocks, or business equity to accelerate wealth. Lastly, stay aggressive in your accumulation phase by letting time do the heavy lifting. Compounding is a long game, but wealth building is a sprint in your 20s, 30s, and 40s. Compounding is 90% time and 10% money in the beginning, but once you hit a large sum, it flips. If you can accumulate fast and large, even just once, compounding will carry you the rest of the way. Time still matters, but now every year adds serious digits. If you quit early, you never see this power. Compounding works for everyone, but it works faster, louder, and stronger for those who can feed it a large principle. Compounding is psychology, discipline, and strategy. It tests your patience, humbles your ego, and separates those who want quick money from those who are building legacy wealth. Starting small is honorable and a necessary path, but you can't stay small forever. It builds habits, grows your identity as an investor. But at some point, you need more than habits. Level up not just in mindset, but in capital and intentional wealth creation strategies to build up your base, so compounding can finally do what it was designed to do. Make your money make money faster than you ever could. Your money becomes the worker, and you become the boss. It takes time, sacrifice, patience, and consistency, but it works. Start small, yes, but don't stay there. Compounding works fastest when you're holding a large sum of money, and the only person responsible for building that sum is you.